Dude. Ooh. All right. This is an early one. Um, I was going to do one tonight, but I figure I might as well just do it now. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't know how many people is going to watch this, but turn my volume down. But I figured I'd just go on now. Sunday, I was talking about coming on Sunday. The only thing is, I got a call from my boss. One of the girls new girls decided she didn't want to work here no more, so she got a new job. I was supposed to get done at 3, but I'll get done at 7. So Sunday, I'm not for sure. I might do one tomorrow after 5. It all depends how tired I am. So I just figure I'd get on while I was under one awake, because you can't do anything when you have kids, They kind of make it hard to do stuff. So this is my, I call it the Friday night. Friday night is 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what time it is. This is going to be my Friday rant. So basically the reason why I wanted to come on is talk about a couple of things. I was gonna come on last night, but a friend of mine, because like I said, he's doing a fundraiser for like the woman that had stage 3 cancer. So I figured, it even popped up on my phone. So we did one last night. He did pretty good. He raised some more money for her to help her out, and the girl that's helping her, she was on there talking. So it was a pretty good one. Like I said, I don't mind helping him, but do these. There's a couple of them I think the only girl that I'll help is just the one, because she looks like she's more honest and trustworthy. Maybe it's just me. So we helped her out, the lady out with her friend, so she can get all the stuff that she needed. I think after Saturday, he won't be doing one for, I think, like a week or 2, because he's going to take a break, because he's been doing it for like, I think 100. I think he's doing 101 days. That's a lot of podcasting. I try not to do them so much because I don't want to bore a lot of people. And like I said, my thing is I just like to do them. Someone says, well, what about the viewers? Well, like I said, everybody knows that when I get on here, if they want to subscribe and watch it, they can. Hit the notification button. That's all up to people who are watching. Now, I'm in a different part of the house today, because I usually do them the front of the house. Now I'm in the back of the house, because I realize my internet is a little bit better towards the back of the house, because on the other side of walls are internet satellite. So I just figure I just get on it and do them. I'm going to try to, when I do these, you'll see, my friend of mine gave me a good idea about doing the background. I'll have I was talking to him about that, and like last night, he didn't do one, but it was, like I said, he's on there to about, I think about 145. Like I said, he's got like thousands and thousands of subscribers, because, he's pretty well known and, still famous. So like I said, if I can slowly but surely, I'm going to, try to build this up, because like I said, once I get a lot more subscribers, I'll start bringing people on there. I reached out to a couple people, but I told them I would like to wait till I got some more subscribers, so for people to watch. Because I can go through StreamYard to do this, where there'll be a split screen, so that you'll be able to see who's on here. But like I said, I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to be, what do they call it? My son calls them YouTubers. I just like to do these because the quality is a lot better. But I stream it on Facebook on my original account. I have a second account, but I kind of like to do it on this one because mainly the same people that watch on that one are on this one. Um, so like I said, I try to do them on here. I got up this morning. Thought, well, I might as well just get on now because like when I come home tonight, uh, I figured, with SmackDown being on, and then right after SmackDown, it's AEW. So from 8 to 10, it's WWE. From 10 to midnight, it's AEW. So I figured I just might as well just get on now and do these. So yeah, just like then my daughter got my headphones to work. And when she goes back to school and something happens, I'm just screwed because she don't like mind setting stuff up on me. She don't like to get on as much. I was asked her last night. She wanted to just get on and talk, but she's like, no. She's not real into it anymore. I mean, occasionally she'll do it if she's thinking that there's nothing else for her to do. But yeah, it's just when you have teenagers, it's kind of getting interested in something that you do. But yeah, that's why I wanted to come on. That's why I say I called it the Friday rant because I'll probably complain and bitch about a couple of things. It'll be a variety of everything from sports, movies, music, and shit like that. And I always put on here like if someone under the age of 18 tries to they'll have to put their birth date in, and they pop in and they'll tell me, hey, this person, if I can tell, I know they're younger than 18. They won't be allowed in the room. And at least on this one, if someone gets on here and does something stupid or says something stupid, I can block them from being on here. But like I said, hopefully I won't have to do that. I try to just get on and talk about a couple of things. I know I was watching last night. There's a lot of gamers that get on late at night and do that. I'm not a big video game fanatic. I used to when I was younger. I used to sit there for hours and play. Like when I had the very first. Well, I didn't have a Nintendo or wait a minute, a PlayStation till I got a little bit older. But I had the Sega, the Sega Genesis, which is tells you how old I am. Some things are not even around no more. Tells you what a fossil I am. But I used to get on there all night and play. But yeah, them gamers that get on there, I don't see. I mean, I'm not going to criticize people for something like they like to do. If that's something they want to do, more power to them. And I try to come on here and just talk about random stuff. Like I said, other than that, oh, hold on, I gotta fix this. There's a wire hanging down. I got for a little setup. I got a lot of wires, and I think I just hit my thing again. Let me retry that again. Yeah, it went out again. Hold on. All right, there we go. I got to give it a minute to load up. I wait for the little red light to quit. Green light to quit blinking. Then I'm good to go. But yeah, these I don't mind. Like I said, I don't mind doing. It gives me something to do. Like I said, I'm not trying to get like 1 million subscribers or anything. And it's like, to me, this is just more like a hobby than anything. And for some reason, it is. That's why. Yes, now it's working. The wire was hanging on it, but that's why, because I got a little setup here. This is, like I said, it's just something I like to do. If the wire bumps out or wire, I don't know what the hell why it does that, but yeah, this is just something I like to do. It gives me, I'm going to start in August. Like when they have, I have like 2 buddies that do wrestling. I'll go to their shows and do them. Maybe talk to a couple of the people, wrestlers up there. Then once the pandemic's over, I got a buddy that owns a paranormal museum. He was going to be on here, but he had microphone problems. So I figured what I'll do, I ordered another cord and I got another microphone stand coming in. So I figured, and then there's a plug-in part right here. I can go up to his museum. He can talk about what's going on. But yeah, try to get some people on here. I figured maybe people would get start watching. They don't have to look at my face all the time. But yeah, I know this is like real early in the morning. A lot of people say, well, you need to get like 4 or 5 subscribers. I'm like, well, that's fine. I mean, you can go back. Like I said, people can go back and watch the video. I think when I started sitting and telling people to subscribe, I picked up a couple. I mean, like I said, I'm down the road. I'll get a couple more. Yeah, like I said, it takes a while to build up an audience. Which, like I said, I'm not like trying to do. Like there's one guy that has like 80,000 subscribers. I'm not trying to do all that. Actually, I don't know 80,000 people, so I really can't say. But yeah, this is just, like I said, something I like to do. It gives me, I can talk about stuff. I try to wean away from wrestling as much as possible because, like I said, a lot of people don't like to want to hear about it. I don't, like I said, I don't talk about politics and I don't talk about religion. It's not like I'm an atheist, but there's people that of different faiths, and I don't want to piss the wrong person off. And trying to do politics is just it turns into a shit show. So I just this is what I like to do. I got my phone which tells me that like who's watching and stuff like that. But like I said, this is just something I like to do. I want to try to do this one a little bit longer than I usually do because I usually like to try to go a half hour. But with me not coming on tonight, and like I said, everybody's going to be either out and about because what's today? I think it's like the 10th or the 11th or so. And like a little over 2 weeks that they're going to lift the mask mandate. So I mean, but here's my thing: if you're not vaccinated, still wear it. If I still go in places, I wear it. Because you don't have a sign on you said I've been vaccinated. So, but I figure once they lift that, a lot of people are gonna, they're even offering people. This is one thing I want to get let everybody know, and then ones who watch this later that they're giving they're paying people to get these shots. They want people to be vaccinated. I mean, and I have a lot of friends that go on TikTok. Okay, and I'm going to tell you something. TikTok is nothing but garbage. You get people on there that don't have a clue what they're talking about. They make up stuff. They find stuff on false news and they post it on there. My thing is, and like that, don't believe what you hear on the news. My thing is, I never watched the news to this. I've always I think the last time I watched the news was a couple months ago. It was because there was something on there they were talking about. But I always look up stuff. The pros and cons on getting the shot. I mean, I'd rather get it and then end up getting sick or making someone else sick. Excuse me. I had one buddy says, they put chips in them, and they when you give it a shot, they insert a chip in and to track you. I just, it amazes me that people believe that. They track you through your cell phones, your computers, your like GPS in your car. If you got internet, they can track you through your internet to see where you're at. It's not, they don't track people. What it's called security. Because now I'm probably going to make a lot of people mad when they watch this or whoever's watching now. Like 9/11. I don't know how in the hell then people got to the airports and did all that. A lot of people said it was an inside job. A lot of people said it wasn't. Me, I don't know, but I just know a lot of people were just going to work that day and going home. Didn't get the chance to do either one. I mean, it just drives me nuts that people are so naive that they'll believe that, like I said, TikTok's a joke. I have a buddy that he loves TikTok, and I don't criticize him for it. He's a grown adult. I mean, if he likes to watch it, get on there, that's fine. If, you know, if he believes all that stuff, but more power to him. Like I said, I don't criticize people for what their beliefs are, but like I said, it just drives me nuts that so many people think that it's actually real. Uh, I think TikTok is about as generic as anything. Uh, I don't even, like I said, watch like when stuff that gets posted on Facebook. I never believe it because it's Facebook. They posted on there that someone died. It was like someone famous, and the guy was living well. He was retired, living out in his beach house, and they're like, "Oh, he died." I mean, like I said, even the papers lie to you. They'll lie to you. They'll say, "Oh, this happened, this happened." But like I said, I don't judge. I don't want to judge anybody for what they believe in. If it's that something that they want to do, more power to them. But like I said, other than that, like I'm vaccinated. Both my parents are vaccinated. Um, my sisters, both my sisters are. I think both my nephews are. My kids are. All three of them. Well, the youngest one, she goes to 17th to get her second one. And someone just looked at me and I said, I'd rather give them the shot so they don't get sick. I'm not going to, if something happens, I'm not going to go, oh, I should have gotten the shot. It's just like getting a flu shot. Everybody gets sick, has a reaction from the flu shot. But like I said, you can't change anybody's mind. I mean, people, they believe what they want to believe. One thing that we were talking about, me and my friend, a couple buddies, well, three of them. One is just someone, he's just there because I'm not real fond of him anyway. Well, I can't say I'm not fond of him. I don't know him as well. But we was talking about the three. Well, there's five of us, and like four of us were talking about wrestling. How they're not how WWE's ratings are going down, and like I told them, they release people. Here's my thing. Once this pandemic comes up, they'll start calling some of these people to come back up. Once the pandemic's over, that's what I meant to say over. I don't know if I said up. But once the pandemic's over, they'll start recalling all of them. And like everybody thought Charlotte Flair was, she was gone. No, I think it was something about doing a movie. And that woman's been in, she's got more plastic strapped to her chest than a suicide bomber does. That's what, and I know that's mean to say, but these girls get in there, okay. You see them when they first start, then you see them now. Why these girls think they have to go in and get a breast enlargement, or whatever they call it. I mean, it just amazes the hell out of me. Because I know she got one. I'm not going to sit there and be sexist towards a woman and say which ones don't, but just be yourself. I mean, if you have to get so much surgery done to you just to become a wrestler, the surgery don't make you the wrestler. The talent, your training, the talent you have, and all the hard work you put in. I talked to a lot of girls that I know are female wrestlers, and a lot of them said they don't believe in doing that. They want to come out and be themselves. But with WWE, it being sexist, they want, they want you to get on there and get so much plastic surgery done. Look at Paige, but she don't wrestle no more. Of course, she's not shy of being in front of a camera. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, but that's she looks totally different than what she did back then. She had to get all this stuff at liposuction, all this silicone plastic shit done to her. I mean, just and yeah, and look what it got her. She spent all that money where she could have saved it. And that's another thing that I noticed with wrestlers. A lot of them when they get after I kick everything. Of course, I'm in a bigger room, but I'm kind of got like the white background back here. Then, um, which people probably laugh because the one picture it's always in hers. I got a picture of Jesus in the background. Uh, I noticed that when I was rewatching one of the videos. I kept looking. I'm like, the hell poster it? And then I looked and it was Jesus. So I said, at least Jesus watches. But I know a lot of them they get done. A lot of them, like Dwayne Johnson. He does movies. The Miz has his own reality show with him and his wife. Stone Cold has his own podcast. Plus, I forget what it's called. He has one on. It comes on after Raw, which I think I caught a couple episodes. I mean, they go out and do stuff like that. Now, like a lot of them, they'll just keep wrestling because they don't know what else to do. There's a lot of them that like wrestled back then. A lot of them working shipping dogs, car salesmen, car dealerships, Of course, a couple of them got into the adult movie industry. Just because you look good back then, I mean, you do age, but like I said, I'm not criticizing for what if that's the choice they want to do. I mean, they're just so used to being in front of a camera. I think it's just they don't see the harm in it. But there's a lot of them that I've heard that's been on there, but I don't want to, because frankly, I don't care what they do. I mean, that's their choice choice of a lifestyle they want to do. But all these, all this stupid stuff they do now in wrestling. I mean, I was talking to one guy. He's pretty popular because once I started doing this and I started talking to people who did it, I become friends with them. And they said, like I said, as long as you like to do this, you do it. Like I said, I streamed to my Facebook page so people can see, But we was I was talking about that on A&E, that unwanted or unfound treasure, whatever the hell the WWE does, where they go around looking for stuff. And it just amazes me how much these people pay for this stuff. I mean, right? Well, the people like that, they're wrestling fans. That's maybe stuff. They want it. They found out they can get it. They get it. Then I know a couple. Well, I know two people that get on her, and they have probably like a couple hundred shirts on a shirt rack, and they get on her and on Instagram and sell them. They get them. Maybe they got them for $20, $15, but they're selling it for 80, 90. I was sitting there watching the other night, and these people were paying outrageous money for this stuff. But like the Stone Cold Steve Austin had, I bet you they paid $20 at an event and made $40 off of this selling it on. It's sort of like a wrestling thing where they get on there and sell wrestling stuff. I mean, some of the stuff they have on there is pretty cool. Of course, there's always someone smoking dope on there. I didn't think you can do that on either Facebook, Instagram, or wherever the hell I don't even use Twitch. I heard Twitch is. Well, I actually thought about it, but I'm like kind of debating. Because you got to have followers on Twitch. They say there's a way you can do it on Instagram, but like I said, I'm not trying to build a big fan base. Expect to get all these people at once. Like I said, I'm not trying to get paid to do it. I know last night there's a couple of sites I was looking at, and it's a joint. So I figured, oh, then it's $1.99 a month, $5.99 a month. I'm like, well, no, of course I know that's the way they make their living, but I'm like, nah. But like I said, I just wanted to come on here today. I know I haven't did an early one about this time for a couple of weeks because, like I said, my kids were in school and it was easier to do it then. But like I said, they're home through the day, and then I try to do them at night, and it's kind of hard to do them when you got people in the house coming in and out of the room talking to you when they know you're doing something. Um, but like I said, other than that, this is just something. It gives me something to do. I like to do it. Um, I'm not trying to, become some big YouTuber. Well, I'll give everybody a weather update here in a minute as soon as it comes up on my phone here. So there's a flood threat, which I didn't even know. It rained down here, but I guess other parts of the area it rained pretty hard. Yeah. Well, basically, let me see. Of course, you have to watch like 9,000 ads first before you get to see anything. I'll just skip that. I guess. Well, where I'm at, I guess they're talking about threats. Well, a little bit lower than this. I guess they got threats. Threats of flood. I guess that today because that's because it's for today. Okay, well never mind then. There's your weather report for anybody that lives around the area. God, it's like 9:30 in the morning. It's like 71 degrees. I'm all happy that it's summertime, but they can take the heat and shove it up their ass because I'm old and I get overheated real easy. And with me having diabetes, it the heat makes it worse. But like you said, I'm glad the summertime's here. Um, Now my family they like to go up to Pennsylvania to a couple of the amusement parks, but I don't ride roller coasters. I think me and my son and my daughters rode the bumper cars a couple of times. I don't want to get on there and peek my guts out. Uh, like I said, and it's hotter and shit up there. I'm telling you, if you sit underneath a tree, you have a 99.9% of the chance of a bird shitting on you. So yeah. So my thing is, if I can stay where it's air conditioning, which I gotta watch doing it because if you're in the air conditioning so much and then you go outside, it's just instantly you start sweating. The other day I went to my little great nephew's ball game, and I was sweating. I mean, there was no shade, nothing. And I felt bad for these little kids. Got to get out there and play, run around and play ball in the heat. Like my other two great nephews, they got rained out yesterday. I seen him at the store before things were soaked. Um, and I noticed that they're going to start having them tournaments down here. Like I said, they have like league tournaments and stuff like that for baseball. One thing I've been seeing around here for a long time was softball, men's softball. I know the high school up here they have a girls softball team, but you don't see men's softball anymore. And I think I played softball a couple years. There was like a couple of us that were actually good players that went suck, but we didn't want to go out there and try to come undefeated and stuff like that. It was just something we like to do. They did have a roller rink down here, but they had to sell it because of the pandemic, which is sad that that roller rink's been here for years. I used to go when I was little. Actually, I left the roller rink, fell down. Someone got in a fight I got bumped into and fell, hurt my ear. So then my sister takes me home, and then I walk out around the car when I was like 8 or 9. Lady was drunk, hit me, and I survived that. I actually I'm kind of surprised, with having diabetes, getting hit by a car, I got electrocuted, I guess there was a purpose for me to be on here. And my purpose is my purpose in life must have been on here to do podcast. But like I said, it's hot in here, Yeah, I had 5 people live in the house. Four get hot, one gets cold, and it's not really that like it's hot in here. I'm usually in front of a fan, and but I know in July it's going to be hot. Um, and then like I was telling everybody the other day about people getting stuck. I thought about it. I started the fill out the application, and I thought, well, say if I put $200 in, I'm going to be that's $200. If I lose it, they're like, well, you'll just lose it. Well, that's $200 I can use for something else, you know. And then them telemarketers, they don't piss around. They start calling you at like 7:30 in the morning. That's why I checked my phone. My phone was ringing. But yeah, a lot of these will be like open topics, current events, like rants. I mean, some of them will be about wrestling. Some will be about baseball, which much as like I said, I haven't watched. The NBA playoffs start tonight. Well, they've started, so I can start talking about basketball. The Stanley Cup playoffs is going on right now. Football season will be starting spring in about 2 months. I think they start in August. Which I have the friend I was telling you that lives in Vegas. He used to be he wrestled on WWE, and he's a cop out there. I guess they're building a football stadium out there. I guess they're moving Oakland to Las Vegas, and I know California they had the Giants. As of now, they have the Oakland Raiders, the Los Angeles Rams, the LA Chargers. They need one state don't need that many football teams. Of course, they in baseball they got the Giants, the A's, the Angels, the Dodgers, and the Padres. Pittsburgh, the state of Pennsylvania has too. It's just professional. They get the Phillies and the Pirates. Of course, they do have a minor league team down. It's called the Frontier League. It's the Washington Wild Things, which whoever designed that park didn't put a lot of effort into doing it. But I'll probably go up there and start watching. Get out. It'd be good to get out and start doing stuff. Like I said, if you see me wipe my forehead, it's because I'm not sitting in front of the fan. But yeah, like I said, amusement parks will open up and stuff like that. People, if people want to get back to normal, then just do what you're supposed to. Don't sit at home and watch Fox News and worry about how that other garbage is they have on there. Get out and enjoy yourself. Like I said, there's all kinds of stuff where I'm at. There's a lot of stuff to do now. They're going to have baseball tournaments. There's like little league games. Like I said, my buddies have a wrestling promotion. My one buddy actually got to be on I think it was called 3 Count podcast, when you get to get on there and talk about what they're doing. Of course, like I said before, that they say it usually takes years to build up your wrestling. It took them 4 years, and then everything's starting to fall in place for them. Like I said, I've been doing this for 21 years. This past March would have been 21 years. Like I said, it's fun to do it. I mean, if it's something you like to do, Damn, I should have brought my pen with me. But like I said, it's fun to do. Um, gives people entertainment. And I always told him, I don't plan on being like a big star around here. I mean, a lot of people know who I am because of it. And like yesterday, I went to the store, and right before I went to Kroger's, and before I got in Kroger's, I had like eight to 10 people was wanting to talk to me. But like I said, it's to me, it's no big deal. I know when their shows are. Um, like I said, they're good shows. Like I said, if you go, you won't get disappointed on what's going on. But and like with high school football, like last year, I felt bad for all them kids that put all their hard work into playing football, and they didn't even have a state championship last year. They were begging teams to come in and do it, but of course, no one wanted to pay attention, so everybody decided, oh, well, I'm just going to, not wear a mask and cough on everybody. I've actually had to throw people out, make people leave where I work at because they'll come in coughing, won't cover their mouth, won't wash their hands, won't sanitize their hands, and they think it's no big deal. They think it's just a conspiracy theory. Jesus Christ, where's my damn phone again? Another telemarketer. Sons of bitches, I'm telling you. But yeah, I mean, because they come in coughing and stuff, I'm like, I like to told the one I said, you have to cover your mouth if you're going to come in. Well, the virus it's just a joke. It's a government thing, It's it said it's not real and all this, and I'm like, well, you have the right to believe what you believe, but when you're in here, you're going to cover your mouth, And when someone no one wants you hacking all over them. I'm telling you something. If I was sitting playing a machine and I looked over to someone asked me a question, this is talking to me, they coughed in my face, they're going to get punched in the head because I don't want someone else's germs. And you notice with everybody wearing a mask since all this happened, the flu season wasn't bad. It was like in the lows. Now the thing I don't get is people wearing bandanas. Okay. I didn't think bandanas were made to put on your face. I thought it was to blow your nose on because I had like 3 of them. I don't put them on my face. I usually either wait to sweat off my head or blow my nose. But yeah. So like I said, I know in West Virginia, June 20th is supposed to be when we're going to lift the mask mandate, which I think it's funny because no one wears the damn things anyways. They're like, oh, they're going to have a special task force throwing people in jail. I never heard one person get thrown in jail for not wearing a mask. And I think, oh, I got someone on here. Alan, it's Keith. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's what. Well, I told the one guy, so he's trying to be a cowboy. Well, one guy comes in, I shit you not, that has a bandana on his head, one across his face. Well, I told him it was like late one night. I said, you're going to take one of them bandanas off. I said, because how do I know you're not going to rob me? Which ain't going to get very far. I might be old, but I got like shit behind that counter. But yeah, I don't think I mean, I will say one thing about the whole pandemic thing. Whoever who makes a mask are probably freaking billionaires by now because, I mean, at one time I had 1,500 masks in here. Of course, one of my children, she said she didn't like it because it mask was too big. I was like, does it cover your nose and mouth? Yeah. I said, quit complaining. It was my middle one. I think it has to be a fashion statement with her. But yeah, it just, I don't know. People just, don't want to wear them. I mean, like I said, someone's like my daughter always wants to say something. I'm like, they don't want to wear them. That's fine. I said, wait, I have no right to say anything. Either do you. They get sick and something happens to them. It's sorry that it happened to them, but they knew the consequences. But and it just amazes me. I always tell her that's what gets her in trouble. She always has to chime in on something. She's she wasn't my sister-in-law at the time. She would have been my sister-in-law if she was still alive. But my ex-wife's sister was the same way. I always told her the same thing. I said, you just got to keep your opinions to yourself. And she never did. Well, God rest her soul. Now I got that. My middle one does the same thing. But I know, like I said, I was reading a lot of the wrestling promotions. I call them promotions, unless you're a $1 billion company. But promotion, it's the same difference. Well, I see a lot of them has been picking up like crowds of people. I was watching one, I think it's from like a month and a half ago, and they had a pretty well packed house. Of course, bigger area, like I've always said, bigger area, bigger crowds. I tell them, I said, "Oh, how many people do you get up there?" They said about 5 to 6, maybe 700 people. They said, "What do you guys get down there?" I said, "Like 100 people." They consider that as not a crowd. Of course, they're in a bigger area. But like I said, wait till after July. I know one promotion is going to. Everybody's going to know about. If it kills me, they'll know about it. I told my one buddy, God rest his soul. I said, you got to advertise and stuff like that. And he got to do. They paid him to do the county fair down here, which is wrestling and cow shit. I mean, you can tell you're at a county fair. I mean, like Keith, when you guys do it, I don't say, hey, maybe you guys should do this. You know what you're doing. That's what I told the one dipshit. I said they know, he knows what he's doing. I mean, some people it takes them a while to catch on. Not you. You got. I mean, just you knew what the hell was going on. How is it? Sound like someone passed ass in here, but I'm running in there. Oh, it's the thing behind me. I was like, the hell was that sound? But back to what I was saying. Everybody thinks, oh, I can get, there's a Keith. We know too that think that they're something big. It's because you get a ring, couple belts, get a couple backyarders come in. That doesn't make you promotion. You guys got smart. I mean, you knew what you're doing. Like I said, you got a great setup. Fantastic ring. Good entrance way. You got the lights, smoke machines, the whole 9 yards. I mean, you got you got good quality. Or actually, awesome. Listen to me. Actually, you got awesome quality stuff. I mean, you got wrestlers who can wrestle. You don't get these ones that come out and the bib overalls and got goddamn mullet and shit like that. I've actually seen that shit before. I went down to Bluefield. I think it was Bluefield or it was in Beckley. Oh my God, them people down there in the crowd. It was like it was our farmers only convention. But I'm not going to mention the guy's name because, like I said, I try not to mention people's name on here because you don't want to get in trouble. Which you can get sued for that. Well, oh well. But I respect. Well, this one guy does it, and I've known him for probably a year. Just talking to him on Facebook. Well, he was on a podcast, and I lost it. I laughed so hard that day because they wanted me to come on. I'm like, I can't come on. I go, why? So because I'm laughing. This guy he looked like one of the actors from Stephen King's movies. Had the overalls on, and all like the Hulk Hogan hairdo, and I was like, oh my God, it was just funny. But he does it too, and I always compliment him on it. They say, oh, you can make money doing this, and I'm like, no, I'm fine, because where I stand now, I'll have money until probably next income tax. Like I said, I got to get my jaw worked on. They said they did an X-ray at the hospital. I probably had to get a couple teeth pulled, and then so I figured I kind of calculated that all up, got an estimate, which I'll save a lot of money. Yeah, well, like you said, I wish I was cool enough to take pictures with legends and do shoot once or twice a year. Yeah, they're not even a promotion. That's what I told them that one time. Where the hell was we at? Like, unfortunately, I got suckered into helping them. Well, actually, I ran it because one was too busy after messing with one of the fans, which he ended up marrying, and the other one he found his valley at a nursing home or a truck stop. Um, I told them, I said, I said, was sitting there, and I forget who I was talking to. It was one of the wrestlers that come in. I said, well, the one that does it to get his picture taken with them, some cheesy ass plaque. The other one, oh, I can say so much stuff about him, but I'm gonna be nice because it's Friday. He just doesn't know how to wrestle. The one that was just turned 18. That's when uh that's the one that when he screwed the honky tonk man. Not literally, but he owed him money. That was like $300. I think I remember you talking about that. Willing Eagles, and he's coming down the steps. He's cussing and complaining, sitting there screaming at me, calling me all kind of names. I let him go because I know if someone ripped me off $300, I'd be pissed too. We get down the stairs. I walk into his car to be nice to him. He gets in the car. I said, "You have night." I say, "Trip," and he basically told me, well, F off. I want to be polite about it. And I said, "Same to you." I said, "It was nice meeting you." I walked away. But yeah, this one he met. It was one of the fans that just thought he was his ass was gold. But some people, like I said, a lot of people give the wrestling a bad name. There's actually one. Like I said, I'm not going to try not to mention their names. If you want for free, they can't say anything to you. But one guy that got in trouble for making, I guess he was making racial comments, said it was a joke. Well, not at that time. You should be saying shit like that. And he ended up had to quit for a couple months, and he only had one good time. Well, two, because one of the kids that guys that wrestled for him wrestled for me, and then he wanted to get trained where he can get out and about. But a lot of them just said screw it and left. Then he's just got a bunch of yahoos back now. He lost the building he was at. Lost it because I thought he lost it because of what happened because of the pandemic and doing the shows. No, they're just like screw it. They figured they can. Someone buys it, they can wonder how much they want for the damn thing. Said if I ever hit the lottery, but of course that's a bad area to be doing wrestling, and because no one knows a lot about Benwood. I mean, hey, of course you probably have to. You won't, but probably won't be. If you buy it, you can probably do work to it. But that school's been sitting there for so long. Actually, what I was thinking about, Keith, I don't have to get a hold of you later because after I do this, I'm going to take a nap. Because I got up about 2 a.m. Plus, like I said, I got to work tomorrow. Now Sunday, I was going to come on Sunday. Well, like I said, one of the girls quit. I have to work till 7. So, like I said, I'm not 100% sure. If anything, tomorrow I get done at 5. I can, come home, eat, and then do a real quick one to cover. In case I'm not able to do on Sunday. See, that's a bad thing, trying to plan stuff because, say where I work, no one wants to work. They want a paycheck, but they don't want to have to do anything. But, And my son applied for Walmart. He said they never called me back. He goes, "What if I should call him?" I said, "Actually, no." I said, "Because they didn't call you back they probably found some because this is his first job. I said they're not saying you're a horrible worker, but they want to try to find someone with experience, you know. So I let him get on a laptop, and he applied for Kroger's. Holy crap! This is what I get all morning long. Is freaking telemarketers. I don't answer unless it has a name on it. But I told him, I said, just get out of school, you apply for your first apply, you put your application in the first job doesn't mean you're going to get it. It takes a while because you know. And he understood. You know, I told him, I said, just keep applying. I said, eventually, sooner or later, because he wants to work. I'll give him credit. Most kids, they want to get out of school. All they want to do is party and go mud bogging or to the creek or something. I mean, he actually said he wants to get a job. So I told him, I said, just told him, because like I said, when he got his graduation, one part of his graduation, they gave him money. Someone said, you ought to tell him to put it back and save it. Well, he went out and bought, I think they're called AirPods or some shit. They're like earbuds. Pretty penny for him. So then he gets his second half of his graduation money and buys a TV. And I told him, I said, you either save that, or if you blow it, you're not going to have no money. Well, now he's telling me there's other stuff that he needed. And I'm like, well, what was more important, the TV and the AirPods, or getting the stuff that you actually needed? So I think he learned. And he's 18 now. I'm not going to tell him what he can spend his money on. I'm spent like a fat person at all you can eat buffet. I'm like, good Lord. But yeah, a lot of people now, I think once in about 9 days, whatever, I think, let me see what today's date is real quick. So I don't mess up on a date. I don't know why that Triple H always looks like he's constipated in a picture. He says, how many fucking things I got on here? Holy crap. Shit. Yeah, about 8 days they're going to end up losing their... and I just clicked off that. Watch me go. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. They're going to get rid of their... like the extra money they get for unemployment. But like I said, a lot of people realize now that, like, I had the one lady come in and asked if they're hiring. I'm like, yeah, because they're going to take away that extra money. She gonna have to get it. She said, I'm going to have to get a job. I'm like, no, that's what happens. It wasn't going to last forever. No, what the hell? Oh, I hit the wrong thing. But yeah, it's just. So I see some people working 2 jobs. Like the one girl I used to work with, she works 2 jobs. I know there's another lady I know that works 2 jobs. I know a couple friends of mine got hired up at UPS. One told me, he goes, it's time for, he always kept saying, because he lost his job because he was in a factory, but it was going to get closed down before the pandemic come around. And he goes, this ain't going to last forever. He said, they're going to, take down employment away from people after a while. And that's why he went to UPS. There's another one that does one of the mail trucks that takes like the semi trucks. I guess there's an Amazon around here somewhere that I guess there's either a factory or something. I have a buddy of mine got a job there the other day. Said he works for Amazon. I said I didn't even know there was Amazon around here. Well, they did down here. They usually had their it's a memorial car show for a guy, and it's been going on, oh God, for years. Uh, it's usually like 4 hours long. Um, they just had it a couple, I think a weekend ago, a week ago. Yeah, actually, it was a week ago. It was an hour and a half, and I guess a lot of people just didn't want to do it because of what's going on. I mean, it's a pretty good car show. Me and my buddy did it. He owned a gym at the time, and he asked me if I knew about bringing anybody in to do like a meet and greet. So I gave him a couple prices, and a lot of, a lot of them I weren't real bad, but he said, "Can you find anybody else?" And I said, "Well, I don't know. One of them from downstate that um, was I don't know if he was an extra member of the Rock and Roll Express, but he come up. It was actually pretty good. I mean, made about $400, and all I had to do was pay him $100 to come up. Actually, he was up for twice. Once was 400, and another time he made 250, and that was just for a friend of mine that had a shop that he was trying to get people to come into. Guy was real respectful. We just had to keep an eye on him because you bring guys in. If you take their eye off them, they're going to go drinking or they're going to go hook up with someone they see on the street. And but it wasn't like that. I mean, he was actually a real cool guy. But yeah, their car shows, they have a couple of them that go on. They have like one on the main, well, not on the main strip. That's that I can't say interstate on Route 2. It's like on they call it the central historic central business district. But they have them on there. Then they have them like down in the Kroger's Plaza. They have them up by the high school. They have them like all scattered all over the area. My thing is, I wonder if the Italian festival is going to happen this year. But like I said, you just have to wait and see what's going to go on. See how long I've been on here for. I'll probably stay on for another. Well, it's like I've been on for 57 minutes. I'll probably stay up for a little over an hour. Like I said, I won't be on tonight. Like I said, because that's why I got on this morning. I figured just in case I'm not going to be back in time, and I don't know me. I got to be up at 5 in the morning. So I figured I'd get on. Oh, it's going to happen? Well, that's cool. They have a Greek festival up here too, and the Greek festival is actually pretty good too. Like I said, it's good they're going to have the festival. The next time I do one of these, I'm bringing the fan with me because I'm sweating like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, they do. I remember they used to do it on Main Street, but then they moved it down to the waterfront. I wonder if they're going to have any kind of like I don't know if you want to call them rules or anything. Basically, you just come be smart. Basically, what they're going to tell people. But I know they're and I think it's the beginning, end of July and the first couple of days of August that Marshall County is going to be going on their Marshall County Fair, which is just they have like the rides that they've had for 100 years, some games that they got that are rigged. They got exposed on hard copy for that, but they have a day where you can go for free. So I might just sit the kids down there because God, I haven't been to the fair, and oh hell, I think the last time I was there was when did a wrestling show down there, and then we went the following year because someone was singing, and my buddy thought it'd be funny to dump cold water on me when I wasn't looking. But yeah, it's been a long time since I've been down there. I used to go when I was little. So, that's one thing that I was going to mention is try maybe, drop some hints to people about getting you guys where you guys they can pay you to do the fairs, because I know a lot of promotions do that. I think they give you. I forget how much it is. They pay you, but they keep They keep well, they don't give them tickets. They get like stamps. So I think you get paid pretty good. I'm not for sure, but yeah, like I said, like I said, I might be on tomorrow, but since there's, I don't know. I think Thursday. I don't know. I think there is Keith is someone told me AEW is going to be on Saturday. Is it Saturday or tonight? Because if there's no wrestling on tomorrow, I'll come on and I might watch a little bit of SmackDown. It'll give me something to talk about Saturday. But like I said, for Sunday, I'm not for sure. Because like I said, I was supposed to get done at 3, but I picked up an extra 4 hours. That's why I don't charge people to watch these, because like you see a lot of them that says join. I mean, I have a job, I'm not going to ask people, hey, get on here so they can listen to me bitch about stuff. Yeah, because SmackDown's from 8 to 10 and AEW's from 10 to midnight. They battled that. See, that's one thing. I guess they had like 400,000 what do they call it, people watching. I guess Raw's went down. I think they had like a 2.2. They used to get like 2.2, 2.3 views, or people watching, or whatever the hell they call it. And I guess at AEW, WWE, as much as I despise them, it was them and AEW. So WWE is the Tuesdays. Well, there's Wednesday. No, so what's AEW do? They go from Wednesdays to Fridays. I'm like, makes no sense to me. Trying to outdo each other. I mean, I know. I have one buddy. I said, on Fridays he has one TV in the corner and the other TV, and he has SmackDown on one TV and AEW on the other. That tells you what a wrestling nut he is. I say, no way in hell I can sit there and keep going like this watching both things. Like I said, when I watched AEW, that's how when I realized when I looked at Chris Jericho's arm, I'm like, what the hell did he do to his arm? I thought it was just part of his gimmick. And he's being a Mick Foley falling off cages. Oh yeah, that's true. The basketball. That's right. I forgot about the basketball playoffs. Yeah, because TNT's a big station for the NBA playoffs. I think it's I know Utah's still in there. I think it's Milwaukee. Brooklyn, the Suns, the Clippers, and I think it's Atlanta. The Atlanta Hawks. There's teams that haven't been in there. The Lakers, I mean, I don't know if they got knocked out on there. The Mavericks, the Dallas Mavericks, Mark Cuban's team got knocked out. And the Bulls have won the championships in Jordan. Unless they can clone someone and have another Jordan on their team, they're not going to win one. I mean, they've had a couple good players, but like I said, everybody talks about all the great basketball players. And, LeBron James he's a good basketball player. He's just too cocky. Like I said, Kobe Bryant was a good basketball player, Shaq and all them. But like Jordan, they're like, he can hit a basket from anywhere. He can do it blindfolded if he had to. Yeah, I think it's in January. I was reading what they're talking about. I don't. Of course, I forgot that TNT was just, that Turner owns that too. Uh, they've had TNT's had they had first it was the WWE, then it was ECW. I don't know if anybody else is on there, but yeah. Well, the AEW is kind of like WCW back then, so I think it'll fit them real good. But Sam had promotions pop up. I mean, they got a couple other ones popping up on TV that I've heard about. Someone said they already have wrestling 7 days a week. I said they already do. You put it on there too much, people are gonna get burned out after a while. Like I said, I used to watch WWE, but then, like I said, it just started getting so generic anymore. It's only I don't even work watching. Yeah, TNN. Yeah, that's it. How did I get TNT? Yeah, TNN. That's right. Because Paul Heyman bought with him over money. I think they would have been fine. This probably work if he would have did like the stuff that did it like was more of a business person. Then it could have lasted. A lot of them didn't get paid. A lot of them still never got paid, and they just took the loss. A lot of them were paying to keep it going. I'm like, wow. He reminds me of someone down state that does that. His talent pays to keep the show going. JCP is that a? No, that's JCW. I think it's a clown group that has one. Yeah, if he had the money, yeah, if he had the money, he'd still be around. He was business smart, but financially, he was a dumbass. I mean, he got to do them 2 one-night stands. He should have just left the first one because the second one sucked, you know. And then we're wrestling fans. Then the wrestling fans, you could see the ones on it. They sugarcoat it, they kind of drowned them out and stuff. Back then, they tell you you sucked and you sucked this and and it was like they were loud about it. Now they just sit in the corner and clap and shit. How was that stuff? They tore into JBL with the first one. Eric Bischoff. I mean, he's still around. He gets on AEW. I guess I talked to him in person. A lot of people didn't like Eric Bischoff, but he was at a convention. I forget where it was at, and a couple of people I knew said they went down and said he was one of the nice. I'm hitting a stamp. One of my things shaking. There's not an earthquake, but a lot of people, they went down there and said a lot of people didn't like him, but they said he was one of the nicest people in the world. I mean, he still he's still out making money. Look at everybody thought but look at Jason Snake Roberts. Everybody thought he was they didn't like him, and I met him a handful of times, and he was always real cool when I talked to him. They just because what they did in WCW and what one did in WWE doesn't reflect the rest of their life. But here's the thing: when this pandemic ends, I wonder when Brock Lesnar comes back, if him is going to turn on what they call him, the Samoan Chief or something. I just watched that. I'm like, oh my god, this is so stupid. I think I caught a couple tag team matches, a one-on-one match, and a couple of women matches, and that was about it. And then I just got bored after watching it. And finally, I just said screw it, I'm not watching it no more. And then they brought that Britt Baker that's in AEW, brought her in as in WWE WWE is a jobber for Nyla Jackson. Look at her now. She's in AEW and won a women's title, and she's from Pittsburgh. I think she's from Pittsburgh, and I think what the hell, Carmella. I think she's hooked up with one of the other wrestlers. I think he's from Pittsburgh too. She's from Miami, and he's from Pittsburgh. Yeah, but I think the best era for wrestling was in the 90s. From 90 to what it was like 2001. It was the Attitude Era. Then they started watering it down, and it just sucks. It's like a men's soap opera. That's basically what it is. It's a men's soap opera and a woman to fantasize about guys will never get. Yeah, like I said, I used to love watching. I used to, I would be able to sit there for, the 2 hours it was on, the 3 hours on, and be able to watch it. But once they started watering it down, and you couldn't cuss or keep showing the finger, I'm like, screw this. I mean, like I said, with AEW, they're going to be the reincarnation of WCW on TBS in January. That understand the reason why that one all went bankrupt, because Hogan won all these millions of dollars, won his own locker room. The talent told him what they were going to do and how they were going to do it. That's why I always say, if the talent comes up like on your roster, they have a good idea. That's fine. You can say, you can listen to it, you can like it, or you don't have to. Don't like it. You don't have these ones coming in and say, well, tonight I want you to do this and this. I'm like, I'd be like, first of all, who pays you? I do. So either you do what it's in the script, or you go somewhere else, because once they left WWE, they couldn't go back. Well, some of them did. Hogan did, but then he decided he wanted to be racist and get in trouble. But that's my thoughts on WWE. WWE's watered down and generic. AEW is like the reincarnation of WCW. Yeah, but well, they had damn good. They almost made Vince McMahon go bankrupt. I would have loved that. Can you imagine how many wrestlers would have said, "Oh, screw you! You're not around. We're going to go over here." But like everybody said this, I'm not the only one that said this, but like everybody said, the main reason why WWE lasted was because of Stone Cold, and they had The Rock, and Mick Foley and all them. But they said the big reason was because he was like one of the biggest names that WWE had. WWE had at the time. Look, Hogan went to WCW. Piper went to WCW. Savage went to WCW. Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. WCW, like you said, Keith Warner, I don't want to have wrestling, They should have just tried to find somewhere else to go to, but, shit happens. Now, of course, everybody was there, went back to WWE. I mean, like I said, a lot didn't know what to do after wrestling. Ted DiBiase shows up once in a while. He has a job. He's a preacher now, a reverend, pastor, whatever. He does church services. There's a couple other ones, and I can't remember who they are and what to do. So it must not be that important. But yeah, like I said, wrestling wasn't like what it used to be back then. I'm on TV. I mean, the indie circuit's starting to pick back up again. I mean, people are starting going to shows because everybody don't want to watch the same Randy Orton, that skinny redheaded guy. I call him Dribble because you can never understand what the hell he says. And I seen a picture of Sheamus' face. Hell, it looked like he got jumped by like 10 bikers or something. Yeah, it's predetermined, but the injuries are real. That's what a lot of them said. They said, yeah, everything's predetermined, but the injuries are real. And yeah, they're not. I don't think they're done on purpose. Just miscommunication. And a New Day. Uh, Big E got that what he held Intercontinental title twice, and the tag team titles. I still like to see at least one of the United States title or one of the 999 belts WWE has before he retires. Of course, Big Show. He's I say that's where Big Show. He went to AEW to do commentary. Mark Henry wanted to do commentary. So I wonder if their legend. I know once they get out their Hall of Fame ring, they get. I guess they pay them, but if I don't do it no more. Yeah, you said WCW had management problems. Warner owned WCW. They wanted to sell it. If another network wanted to buy them, they could have. Well, you put off, but I know what you meant. But most of the names had contracts with Time Warner and Warner, so they weren't working. Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I forgot about. Yeah, they did own him. Who was that one guy? Oh, I can't remember his name. Bill Watts. I guess he didn't know what the hell he was doing. Oh, look at Impact now. It's been around for a good while. So you got WWE's garbage. NXT's all right because they got a lot of good talent there, and then they got SmackDown. AEW's got Dynamite. Every time I think of Dynamite, I think of that Good Times show. I don't know if Ring of Honor is still around. There's that Impact, which was TNA, and then, like you told me, that MLW. Well, yeah, someone did buy it, but it was Vince, and he just bought it so he didn't buy it to keep it going. He just wanted their library. That's what he did with Smoky Mountain, WCW, and all the other ones. He didn't want their stuff. He just wanted their library. Yeah, he did. Here's one thing. I wonder if something ever happens to Vince. I wonder who's going to run it. Shane, Stephanie, or Stephanie, her doofus husband. You figure Triple H, once he got put his suit on, he was done. He came out there, wrestled like 2 matches, and he lost one and won one. Actually, 3 matches. He got in their Royal Rumble, so he can be 14-time world champion. I think Shane will do a real good job because he seems like to know what he's doing. I think Stephanie will be mainly backstage. I think Shane will be the next Vince McMahon. Yeah, you said NWA. Oh, they had the NWA. I forgot about them. They're on FYTE, wherever that is, and the MLW is on Vice. I always forget about the NWA. Oh, I've seen I actually them. I'll watch. I'm like looking at that where they're wrestling. I'm like, they have one section just for the people to sit at. It looks like they're in a gymnasium because they get the seats, then there's seats up there. And I watched it one time where Scott Steiner steroid ass come down the stairs with that goddamn metal thing on his head. I was never a fan of him. Of course, a lot of wrestlers took steroids. They can't say they don't. They did. Now they did. They found out they're doing that. That's why they piss test them. Oh, that's good. When are they doing? Because you said the NWA is running in all women. So I wonder when they're doing that. I think they should because like there's only like maybe 1 or 2 matches on TV. The WWE did that what the hell it was called, that Evolution for the women, and then they haven't did it since then. And this, the NWA is doing the studio wrestling like they. Oh, okay, that's what it looks like, and they're doing it this summer. Oh, that'll be good. I'll watch that. Probably be like around July or August. I'll do it because I was trying to think hard into this month sometime. You have to let me know when they do it because, like I said, that channel that they're on, I don't think I get it. I got to, I think get the disc or DirecTV or some shit like that. Oh, my mom does. Up to me, I wouldn't have cable. As long as I can, because I watch movies on my phone. Well, like, I mean, I'll go like an hour and 25 minutes. I got like 4 more minutes, so I'll just wrap this up because the kids will be getting up and they'll be bugging the hell out of me. So, there we go. Dan Meyer's always in the way. Okay, now it works. I gotta rearrange everything before I hook everything up. But yeah, like said, I'm not for sure for Sunday. Like I said, it all depends what time I get home because I'll be working 9 hours. Tomorrow I work. I have to be up about 5:30. If I'm not, like I said, if I do one, I'll do around 7. But Monday, like I said, tomorrow, all depends what time I get home. Oh, excuse me. Sunday, I'm not for sure. I was going to do it because I want to look at my schedule, but now my schedule got changed. Monday for sure. I mean, because I did one. This should be my 3rd one. If I do one tomorrow, it'll be my 4th one. If I could do one Sunday, it'll be my 5th. I like to do 6. Vince Russo, I mean, he does 12 a day. And they're like 20 minutes, but that's a lot of podcasting I've been doing. He told me he does 12 a day. I said, damn. I said, that's an awful lot of. I told him, I said, you have way too much free time on your hands. But yeah, I mean, he has like I said, he has a good following. I'll get there one sooner or later or one day. But like I said, I was going to do this tonight, but I figured do it today because with all the sports and stuff on, and then wrestling. Tomorrow it'll probably between like maybe 7 or 8. Like I said, cause then Sunday, like I said, I'm not for sure because I got to work from 10 to 7. I'm like I said, if I pop on, you'll know. Plus, I always link it to my Facebook page. And then, like I said, Monday for sure. Monday, I'm hoping it'll probably be in the towards the evening. Probably before if you want to call wrestling on, before Raw comes on. I mean, I know a lot of people like it. I just, when I watch it, I'm like, what the hell? It just went downhill so much. But I can bitch about it until I'm fluent in the face. But yeah, be on between 6:30 or 7, and I usually get like 5 minutes before 8. But yeah, then, like I said, tomorrow, most likely around 7. Sunday, probably like about 8 o'clock. Probably, like I said, I'm not 100% sure on that one yet. And definitely Monday it's between 6:30, 6:45, or 7, I'll be on. Um, but this is like my third. I got the podcast. So, kids wanted Hannah wanted to change the name, so we're doing. I told her she can pick one as long as it didn't sound stupid. And I demoted her. She's now my equipment person. Since she gets on here and gets her videos taken down, she gets on her Willie Little Wild rampages. That's what I call her. I call her Willie Junior. When she gets on and starts spouting off stuff, I always when I take the shows down, I'm like, way to go, Willie Junior. Get this banned from that on Facebooks. And then she gets all mad because she don't like me teasing him, but she knows I joke with him. But like I said, tomorrow probably be after 7. Sunday's still up in the air, and Monday, like I said, between 6:30, quarter to 7 or 7, I'll be on. I want to go in here lay down for a little bit because, like I said, I'm not as young as I used to be. I get up and I figure, I'll be good for the rest of the day, and then I start getting tired. Plus, it's hot and I'm sweating. I'm not even doing anything. But like I said, hopefully tomorrow I'll be on here tomorrow. Like I said, I'll probably be after 7. And how many people got on here? Oh, I only got 1. So until tomorrow around 7, I will talk to everybody later, and hopefully everybody has a good Friday. And like my one buddy says, I did say, good day.